It's finally happened. Rocksteady has unveiled the game they've been working on for so long at the DC FanDome event. It's Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Which isn't a surprise at this point, because weirdly they teased this image. But we did get this sweet 4-minute CGI trailer. And you might not think much of a CGI trailer, but this surprisingly packs a lot of hints when it comes to how the game will actually play. Couple that with a small interview from the co-founder and the creative director at Rocksteady Studios, Sefton Hill, we might have a pretty good idea of what the game is about, both gameplay and story-wise. Let's talk about the gameplay. It is pretty clear at this point that we are gonna play as the 4 major characters of Suicide Squad: Harley Quinn, Deadshot, King Shark, and Captain Boomerang. Sefton Hill also confirmed that the game can be played cooperatively with up to 4 players or even single player. The whole campaign is designed in such a way that you can play it on your own. As a matter of fact, you can switch between the characters on the fly during the gameplay and play as whoever you like, which honestly is quite interesting. Before I go any further, please make sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on my future videos. Let's talk about the characters themselves. Here Sefton Hill gave us some more details. The gameplay will follow the core philosophy of the previous Arkham games, but with of course a lot of new additions. Each character will play differently and have different weapons at their disposal. Harley Quinn has a trusty baseball bat, Deadshot has his dual shooters, King Shark has his dual wielding weapons, and Captain Boomerang has, well, his boomerang, along with some sweet looking custom painted guns. That sounds well and good for fighting. What about the traversal? The game has you covered here. From what was discussed in the interview, it seemed like whatever you see here is what you will be able to do in the game. Like the jetpack for Deadshot. You can use it not only to fly in the game, but also to burn your enemies with its exhaust. Harley Quinn can basically grapple around like Batman, while King Shark can leap from one building to the next. And Captain Boomerang appears to be using the Speed Force along with his, well, boomerang. Now we are sorta entering into the speculation territory, so bear with me. I feel that apart from having finisher moves, each squad member will have a special ability that can be unleashed to clear the room, if you will. From what I saw in the trailer, I think Deadshot can pull out a sniper rifle, or setting his enemies ablaze with his jetpack could also be a special ability. Speaking of guns, King Shark is seen to pull out an LMG or Gatling gun and spit lead. Harley Quinn had a bunch of moves shown, and I feel she could unleash a set of devastating combos to clear the area. The same goes for Captain Boomerang, who seemed to be using, for the most part, well,
Hey! Boomer!
his boomerang. Again, all this is pure speculation. Take it with a grain of salt. If you like what you've seen so far, please leave a like on the video. It helps me out a lot. Speaking of speculation, the story. We all know the basic premise is kill the Justice League, and Superman isn't looking like much of a savior here. So what changed? Let's go back a bit here. Sefton Hill said the game is set in Arkham-verse, so it's the same Harley Quinn and the same Deadshot, and quite possibly the same Batman. Spoilers if you didn't know the story for Arkham Knight, but in that game, once Bruce Wayne's identity is revealed to the world, he fakes his own death by blowing up the Wayne Manor and goes into hiding. But in the end, we see two muggers stopped by this mysterious figure which is unclear on who that is. So let's assume this game takes place after Arkham Knight. We might not see Batman at all, or we might see this fear-fueled incarnation of Batman who has gone batshit crazy. Or maybe the Suicide Squad can get help from this now retired Batman. Since Batman has been Rocksteady's flagship character, I'd assume the latter is a better option, if at all it is true. But that's just assuming that this game takes place after the Arkham Knight. What if it takes place before? Then anything is possible. If you have a theory, let me know down in the comments below. Let's get to the elephant in the room. Why is Superman killing people? Now before I give you my theory on this, let me put up a spoiler warning if any of this turns out to be true. Okay, I think it's Brainiac. He's the one controlling Superman along with the rest of the Justice League members. He's not directly mentioned, but the huge skull-like structure in the background looks an awful lot like Brainiac's head. At least his forehead. Could be one of his spaceships or the satellites. Couple that with the fact that Superman looks kinda off and angry, and he did burn the pilot out with a purple beam of heat vision, unlike the traditional red one. And this purple is similar to the satellite I mentioned before. But that's just speculation. Considering that all this is set within the Arkham-verse, makes me wonder when is all this taking place. Is it before the Arkham Asylum and we have to assume Batman was part of the Justice League all along? Also, Deadshot was a white dude in the previous Arkham games, so your guess is as good as mine. But it's always fun to speculate. If you have any fun theories or notice something I didn't, make sure to let me know down in the comments below. I read all the comments on the video. I literally read all of them, so it'll be fun to discuss. But that's all for this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.